Have you ever loved something so much that you just want to make it happen every day? Me neither. This is a podcast a day. Podcasts, but every day. That's what this is. I'm tired. The wind is still loud. It's like it gets louder every time I start this. I got to do a couple in advance because I got to get up early tomorrow, and for work. And I had to get up early for work as well. You don't care, but I'll tell you anyway. Yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday. And when I say early, well, tomorrow is actually early, but yesterday it wasn't even early. I used to get up for school earlier than that, and I was fucked. To be fair, I didn't go to bed. I went to bed like 3 a.m, so I did it to myself. But I was sitting there at 12, and I knew regardless, if I go to bed now, because there was something I wanted to watch, I was like, if I go to bed now, or if I go to bed at 3 or 4, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning at like 7:30. I think it was 7:30, maybe, I don't remember, and I'm gonna feel fucked anyway. So I'm just gonna watch this now. And I woke up, and yeah, it wasn't easy, but I got out and I was good, and I thought, okay, that's fine actually, it wasn't too bad. But then I got on the train, and it was about an hour and a bit journey, complete other side of London, and just sitting there, and my God, I could feel the tiredness hitting me. But then finally got there, walk around a bit, okay, get some life back into you. And it wasn't like an actual shift, it was like a training thing. So we were like sitting down in like a boardroom, and we had like documents in front of us we had to go through and read. It was very boring. And it was only for like 4 hours. And it's like, in school I used to do this for 6 hours, which is still wasn't like a long shift. If it was a work shift, it's still not long. But like, it's just crazy when you're a kid, just from conditioning. Like, it's conditioning, like army shit. Not, I don't mean like going to school. It's like army regiment. I don't know how to use that word, but what I mean is just like, just from like being a child and getting up every morning at 7:30 or 8 or whatever, going into school. You do it for 6 hours. You come home. You do it 5 days a week. Like, you're being put into that, like, the momentum, into the habit of it. Before you know it, you're not being woken up to do it, and you're like still a kid, and you're taking someone to school, and you're waking up every morning, you're doing it 5 days a week, and you're just meant to do it and go and go and go, and you're meant to carry that momentum on to go into like college and then uni, and then like if you want to stay on for like a bachelor's or something, and you're like 26 years old and you're still doing it, and it's like you just never lost it. And it's like, for me, as soon as I didn't have to do it anymore after like being 16, and then after you're 16, you get a little bit more freedom, in the sense that if you don't show up to school sometimes, they're no longer phoning home. They don't really care, because now it's on you. It's like, if you don't want to show up, you're only cheating yourself or whatever. You're only fucking yourself over. And as soon as you kind of had that freedom, fell off from there. And it's like, now it's like, I'm getting in there. I didn't even wake up that early. I'm sitting in there. Like, people are literally, they're talking to me like, this guy was speaking to me like, awful joke. He was like, what's the weather like up there? Because he was short, and he was like my manager or something, and I was staring at him for like 20 seconds. I didn't say anything, and it got awkward, and I was like, oh, is he talking to me? And then I turned around, and I was talking to someone else, and then it was just this whole thing. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry man, I'm tired, and then I sat down and I deeped. You're acting like this at like 9:30. It's not that early. Like, calm down. You're in work for about 3 hours, and like my head's on the desk thing. I'm like falling asleep. I'm like, how do people still do this? I've completely lost it. I need to get myself back into the routine of being able to work consistently and get up and that kind of thing. Which is why my technique, which might be dumb, is I'm trying to spend money now to give myself a reason to have to do it. Because I just hoard my money like a little ugly crab. Mr. Krabs is what I'm trying to say. Because I just like, I don't necessarily like spending money. Like, I don't like getting things. Like, I don't feel a huge sense of joy. There's things I need, like clothes or food, or I guess holidays. That's not something you need, but just in terms of like, that's the thing you want to do. But like, it feels like, there's stuff I need to get sometimes. I just put it off because I'm like, I don't really need it, and I just prefer having money than spending money, because having money is having security. It's having peace of mind. If something happens, something goes wrong, if like all of a sudden I need to pay this bill or this tax thing, it's the peace of mind that, okay, I've got these things, I got some sitting there that I can spend. And like spending money, and buying stuff is like, okay, I've got this new thing now, and I got this and that. It's like, I like having it, but like, I just now feel this sense of like, anxiety is not the right word, but like, just just a stressness, or just like, I don't know what's around the corner. I don't know if I'm gonna have what I need for it. And I don't like that. So now I'm kind of just being like, okay, just buy some of the shit you need. Buy some clothes if you need it. Buy some of this if you need it. Because bro, well, I don't know. I just said bro right then as if that was weird. But dude, I am falling apart. I've got the body of like what's his name, Mo from The Simpsons. My chest, honestly, I picked my cow up the other day and I could feel it in my chest as if I was lifting weights or something. I don't know if you remember that episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob realizes he's like really weak and he can't even pull up his socks. He's that weak. I'm so, I mean, I bought some like shit. I'm like, I need to stretch every day. I need to like eat more nutrients. I need to like drink more water every day. I need to like buy some shit. So I'm just gonna buy some shit today, and it's like, now I'm like, okay, your money's went down a bit, and typically it's like I have a shift tomorrow. I could wake up in the morning, and because all my jobs are like agency, they're all like through agencies. It's like there's no repercussions if you just decide you don't want to go in really, and stuff like that. So it's like I can just wake up and be like, fuck that, and then put it off. And now it's like, I'm not gonna do that because I want to make money back or whatever. And it's good. And it's like, I don't even not like my jobs. Like before that was the thing. I was like, I didn't like the jobs. So I was like, I hate them and I don't want to get up. So that combination, I won't do it. Whereas now it's like, I like both my jobs. So I have no reason to not be going in. And also you'll get more work the more you go in because you build up the relationship and then they send you more work. So I need to do it. And also I wanted to go to like New York. Like I made plans. I wanted to go there when I was like 17. You know what I mean? That was a long time ago. So pretty long ago. And I've still never been to New York. It's like I very easily could go to New York. Like I can make that happen very easily. I could go this year. I could probably go in the next 3 months. It's just I don't like spending money. Which is crazy. And it's not even like being stingy. If I was in an environment and people were around and I had to buy the thing, I'd buy the thing. And it's more just like a me thing. I don't like spending money myself. I just don't like having it. It is really Mr. Krabs energy. I don't frame it and put it on my wall. It's like they're singing the account somewhere and you just have it. Part of that is probably from having the boat, because the boat is just something that could from having it's like tomorrow this thing could blow up and you got to pay for it, or this thing will expire and you have to pay for it, or this thing will crop up. All of a sudden they'll be knocking on your door saying you need to pay for this thing. It's just like, it's fucked. It's not fucked, it's normal, but it fucks me up. But yeah, what else do we have here? So what was I meant to go into? What's this one? This is okay, Hugh Jackman. And he's jacked, man. Jackman. That man's injecting something. This is Hugh Jackman. I feel like he hung up the claws probably about 7 times now, and he's coming back for another Wolverine flick. Deadpool, and he's posted that video of him like in the gym, doing the most musical theater kind of. I can't explain it. It just looked so musical theater-y, the way he was lifting the weights, which I wouldn't say to Hugh Jackman. Actually, Hugh Jackman's probably really nice. He would just be like, ha ha. I can't do his voice, but that's what he'd say probably. But he could like grab my neck. You know how Thanos kills Loki? Just sort of grabs him, and then he's dead. Just sort of eyes. Squeezes the life out of him. He could just do that to me. He could flick me like that in between my eyes, and I'd go flying backwards and my head would hit the wall. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's working out. When people are working out and they got the skinny little veins and they're popping out of them, and it's like, gotta get pumped up for this movie. And it's like, you gotta get pumped in for this movie, you mean? And it's just kind of crazy because like people get on these huge workout regime things and they get massive and whatever, and then they sit down on Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy's like, why do I keep trying impressions as if I've practiced them and they're good? In my head, I'm watching a clip of Jimmy Fallon do a stupid little laugh and bend over the table and hold the card up of, this is you, right, at Applebee's, right? But like then the voice comes out and it's like, what is that? I sound like Lisa Simpson. But yeah, Hugh Jackman, it's like he'll sit down Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy will be like, how did you do it? How did you get the body for that? And it's like, you both are like in the entertainment industry. You both know it's like, oh well, you know, steroids and all that shit. Like, and everyone always goes natural. That's what everyone says. Like Henry Cavill, Chris Hemsworth, everyone says natural, and I don't know fuck all about how it works or what. Like I couldn't sit here and tell you like that guy's natural. That guy's definitely using steroids. But just from being on Twitter, which I know is not the fucking fountain of information, I just see so many people call out people for steroids, right? That now in my head, everything must just be steroids. And everyone's been calling out Hugh Jackman saying this is obviously steroids. Everyone in the industry takes steroids because you've got to get, you know, tonk for a film. You got to get big. Like, you got this film here. 1 minute you're in The Machinist, and next minute you're Batman. It's like you got to get big. I'm not saying Christian Bale's been doing it. Everyone does it though. It's not deep. Everyone does. It's not heroin. You know, I'm pretty sure steroids are legal. You know, it's just like more of a thing where it's just kind of looked down upon. It's not like even like looked down. It's just like embarrassing. It's just kind of like, oh, you basically just pumped him up. Really, you just got like a. That's again not a good impression of a pump that was meant to be. You know, just ballooned him up a bit or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure like a large percent of people, I don't know how many, are probably just going to the gym. It's not. I think some people do get carried away with it as well. Like, it's not impossible to go to the gym. You do it for a while. You're on these insane training workouts. You're eating crazy, and then you get big. That's just science, I guess. And the muscle fibers, and they tear and they build back stronger. I think I remember science. I got a D in it, so remembering it doesn't help me for shit. But I remember it. That was being a thing. So yeah, it is possible. You know, it's very normal that you can just get wham just by going. You know, it's like whenever anyone sees someone who's like toned, well defined, and strong, they go yeah. But as soon as you're like proper big, people are like, that's gotta be steroids. So I'm sure you can genetically be big and it's not steroids. But like, you know, Hugh Jackman at the same time, Les Miserables, like he's in the gym and he kind of looks like, you know, I've never seen the film, but you know, I've seen the scene where he's like a prisoner and he's like pulling logs and stuff, but he's like old and he's in the gym and he's like doing the thing and he's like, it's just crazy. Like, let the man rest. You know, I'm sure he wants to be making more great. He wants to go make The Greatest Showman Returns or whatever. He wants to go and, you know, that's his bag. It's like sort of musical theatre stuff. I don't know if Hugh Jackman, I don't know if he was like, he was always big from his namesake. Like, I gotta follow the name. I'm the Jackman, right? It's either this or OnlyFans, because I gotta follow my namesake in one way. I don't know if he was just naturally, he just likes the gym in general. Because like musical theatre, you're thinking there's probably not many roles where I need to be big. I kind of want to get into musicals and stuff. I kind of want to do this and that. And all of a sudden it took you down this path where you were Wolverine and then you were doing all this shit, and it's like, do you reckon he hates it or do you reckon he loves it? I'm sure he likes playing the character, but do you reckon he hates just having to get big? I don't know. But everyone was saying steroids as soon as they saw the video. You just hope the film is decent. If you like force feeding it, that'd be worse though. Actually, I'm not saying that was worse, but like having to eat all the stuff. Like, food is nice, right? We all like food. Everyone likes eating it, right? And it tastes good. But like, imagine being put in a situation where like you're like, you know, killed with kindness, smothered. You know, like it's like Brucey eating the cake in Matilda. It's like it's this thing you like, and being put in a position where you have to consume so much of it that you start to hate it. Like the foods you love, you start to hate because you got to eat so much of it, and you're there just force feeding yourself. Like, it just sounds awful. And I'm a lightweight, and I've only gotten worse recently. Like, I had pizza today. Didn't even eat that much. I feel like if you chucked me in the Nile River right now, I'd sink to the bottom and die. Like, I got a stone in me. Like, I just feel like there's like a little chef in my stomach non-stop just kneading dough. You know, my whole stomach just feels like a lump of dough. Right now I'm doing the no shit challenge because I decided before I did all these pods I was not going to go to the toilet. I was like, fuck it, we'll do a little challenge. A little challenge only for me to know, but I've exposed it anyway. I'll sit here pretending everything's normal, and realistically there's nothing I want more than just to get up and go take a shit. But yeah. Like, so if I had, like, there's foods I love. I'm thinking about them right now in my little head. And if I had to eat them right now because I'm full right now, that's how I feel, that would make me sad. Like, I couldn't stomach even a bite of it right now. But if he was trying to get big for a thing, you'd have to. And it wouldn't probably be food you like. It'd probably be like for some salmon shit and pork rinds and whatever high protein type stuff. But still, the only way I'm getting big for a film, right, if I was some actor in a film, they would have to hook me up to a bed and IV drip feed me calories. Just let me lie there. I'll wake up from my coma in 6 months and I'll be the size of Homer Simpson because there's no other way I could do it. Actually, if they showed me the contract and there was even six digits or more, that could probably make me do it. Let me not lie. So yeah, that, and for these big actors, obviously it's gonna be more than 6 digits. So yeah, I guess they definitely got the incentive. But yeah, what else we got here? Okay, stop lying. I'm sick of Lad Bible. Can we get rid of it already now? Lad Bible. They just post nothing. They have nothing interesting to ever post. Well, look at this lad. Oh, it's Lad Bible is the only place where they're gonna post like the 4-year anniversary of this meme. No one cared about when it came out, and no one cares about it now. You know, this is the 4-year anniversary of this kid swearing. Oh, isn't it funny? What a lad, right? Thing I saw on Lad Bible recently is a guy posted a picture as he hosted. I think the word was hosted a baby shower for his 5 pregnant, I don't know if that was his girlfriends, just 5 girls he got pregnant at the same time. That's how it was worded. This is a baby shower, and there was 5 women behind him, all pregnante, you know, and the caption was, lads, because that's the whole theme, everything has to be lad. Lad hosts baby shower for 5 women he got pregnant at the same time. Okay, and Lad Bible, when you say that, right, what is that based off? Is that because the guy posted the picture and said, this is a baby shower for 5... I mean, maybe in the tub it says claims, but this is a baby shower I held for my 5 pregnant soon-to-be baby mamas, right? Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to get 5 different women pregnant. Of course not. Arsenic Cannon, he's well beyond that. But the use of words at the same time, now it's unlikely, but it's still even possible, obviously, that he could, for some reason, because why would you want to do this, get 5 women pregnant in the same working week, 1 for every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Name them after the days as well. Why not, right? And get them pregnant. That's fine. But here's the first barrier I'm like stumbling at. If you got a woman pregnant Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, now was that intentional? Like, was that what your goal was? Was it, we're gonna try and get you pregnant right now? Because that's what I kind of imagine when I see a photo of 5 willing people, like, happy. Yeah, I'm happy to be here for the photo op with the 4 other women you got pregnant. Like, we're all on, a good page or whatever, right? So, yeah, day after each other. It says at the same time, is what I'm trying to say. So, what? It was a 6-some, 5 women and a guy. And then what? It was just fucking get in line, wait your turn, shoot up this one, wait a minute, recharge. It doesn't feel like a flex more so than it feels like a calculated attack. Because firstly, you can't accidentally do that. You have to, after he's, done it with the first, and that one's, the reactions going on inside of her now. There's 4 others, and I'm sure you can't go again immediately, especially after the 4th one's just been done. You've got to move on to number 5. So this just feels like a long affair of, like, we're trying to break a world record here or something. If it's at the same time, or what, did he just do it once into a cup? Let's divvy this out to all 5 of you. Knock it back. We're not up there. You know what I mean, though? Like, at the same time, 5 people at the same time. Am I missing something for how that is? I just don't see it. Unless I just don't get something about birth. Like, is it just possible that you could just, this is getting graphic now, but you know, just release them once. You're not wearing a rubber, and then just stick it into four others, and just off of like the tiny amounts that's still on you as you go into the others, that got pregnant just off of that. In my mind, that doesn't seem right though, because some people struggle to have kids and they've got such a low count. It just feels like you gotta like give them a lot to make sure they get to the egg or whatever. It just doesn't seem right to me. It just seems like, well, let's just post for this photo picture 5 random pregnant women because it will do numbies online. Best case scenario, they are 5 women he got pregnant, but I just don't believe it could have been at the same time, because it doesn't even seem logistically right. That just doesn't even seem. It just seems like more of a burden than a challenge to do, the way I'm thinking about the way to get done. But yeah, that's been on my mind. So when you see me doing my, 50-yard stare, and you're like, well, I wonder what's going on inside his head. That. Yeah, that's all. Pod a day. Dr. Y, all that good stuff. Don't know what number we're on, but I'll see you in the next one.